Good evening, everybody, ladies and gents. Welcome along to PGS Round 10 here at Vegas. Cards have been dealt. We'll see what happens when the checkered flag falls in about an hour's time. We've got qualifying and a half-distance race coming for you, and big championship implications for this race, as it is Ryan Barthes's, I think anyway, his match point, and he does have the advantage because his second place competitor, Breezy, is not here tonight. Tenastic is, but he's a bit of a long stretch at the moment. Could theoretically still be in it for the championship come the end of the race, but could be difficult for him to do that. Ryan Barthez, if I've done my maths right, needs to score at least 17 points tonight. And that would, I think, guarantee him the championship. So first or second place. And then he needs 8 more than Tenastic as well. Because don't forget, we've got 2 more races. One of which, of course, being a sprint as well, which is going to be the final event at Abu Dhabi. We're looking on with the championship leader at the moment going into turn 4. Big action area. That turn is second DRS. Well, first DRS zone on this circuit is going into their tight right-hander. Especially at the start, be prepared to see stuff going on in there. But we're looking on with Jamie. We'll go on board with Jamie for a lap as he comes out of the final chicane into the left-hander. It's not really a turn, more so a kink if anything. You can cut the curbs on that one, chooses not to do that, as into turn 1, wide apex. Then cutting back for that second corner, slightly more open into turn 3, long right-hander. A lot of long corners there in that first section of the circuit. First DRS zone, you're hitting upwards of 200 miles an hour. Low down towards this track, but there's still quite a lot of corners to contend regardless. Braking into third gear, and then going into the left-hander at 5, you're still full throttle. Then you've got a brake in for the tighter chicane at 6 and 7. And then careful for the left-hander at 8. Drop down to second gear into there. On the gas, relatively early if you can, but careful for back-end wobbles through 9. Careful because that's more like a double apex into there, into 10, and then braking for 11. The exit here is crucial because we're going onto the strip out of 11 into 12. Again, it's more of a kink. There's quite a lot of corners which you don't really need to brake for around this circuit. DRS again wide open, massive long stretch. Again, a lot of action coming into this chicane here. Braking into 13 at just past the 150 board for Jamie. 13, 14 again crucial here. You're not braking in on 15, but it's still a technical corner nonetheless. Up towards the final corner, we'll see what sort of time we're going to see from Jamie. It's about 34, I think. 34.650. That's not a bad start. But Master Death Teddy goes immediately better. 34.1. One back betters that as well. Ryan Barthez is on a lap. Jami up to 4th place. 4th of 5 so far. Let's jump further down the field. Tiger B's coming through the kinks at 9 and 10. As we've got again short qualifying, so it's not a full session. Run with PGS into 13 and 14 is very much one line through there, but you can take 2 cars in. Tenastic, third place in the championship, is on provisional pole position of 32.9. A good time there set. Gias immediately goes into second place, hot on his heels. Gattuso again coming down the strip now. There's a Red Bull coming up to the line as well. That's Wolfie who's just about to start his lap. And then Tiger B, and then I think Ryan Barthez is going to be coming through, but we'll stay on board with the Aston Martin. This doesn't look to be a brilliant lap from Gattuso. We've seen a lot of good stuff from that man, as here comes Ryan Barthez, championship leader. This race is going to have massive championship implications. Up to the line he comes. Can he get provisional pole position? Not quite. Goes 33.2, goes into 3rd place, 2nd row for the Alpine man. Certainly would have been hoping for better, as we're looking on with Mitch currently on an outlap. Phoenix is also on an outlap as well in the Ferrari. Back end sliding for Wolfie on exit of turn... What turn is that? 7 even. I thought I was about to say turn 9. 45.5 after the first sector. That first sector is about half the track, to be fair. Taking a wider line through 10 and into 11. Braking nicely. Goes a little deep there. So that's going to impact his run down the strip as we're looking on with this Red Bull. 11 minutes 45 to go here in qualifying. Going down this section. This straight, I would argue, even beats Monza in terms of the straight length. Alex Salt has joined, so he'll be in one of the cars in a little bit. Riding the curbs, there's the Red Bull. Not quite what you want to be doing, because again, exit is crucial. Going up the gears into 8th gear. Yells in the 3rd sector. That does look to be for traffic, and that's just the Ferrari in the way. Wolfie goes in 10th place, worst of the lot so far. Is anybody else going to be coming in for a time? I wonder. Phoenix on an outlap, as well as Mitch is starting his lap, coming towards turn 4 for the first time. Vegas is normally a really, really crazy race. A lot of stuff happens. 25 laps is a relatively alright time. But a 50-lap race can be absolutely mental. I've commentated on a lot of races around this circuit, and believe me, stuff can go crazy. Gattuso on his second outlap as well, so he's already come out for another one. Ryan Barthez is, I think, coming into the pits now as well. There's a couple more that have come out. Jamie and Jarmy. That's going to be quite interesting. I apologise if I'm mispronouncing your name, by the way. Through the strip, minding the casinos, the hotel plaza. I'm trying to see if I can name any others. There's some more hotels left, right, centre. The mini Eiffel Tower, if you've managed to do that, have I not noticed that? That is pretty funny. Breaking into 13, 14 and 15. Nicely handled, riding the curbs through 14. Careful for the wall there. You're going through that kink. Well, it's not really a kink, it's a tighter corner, but you can take that at full pelt. Here comes Mitch. Goes to provisional pole position, 32.555. That is just shy of 4/10 faster than anyone else. See if anybody can beat him. Wolfie Players is coming into the pit lane as well. As we're looking on with Phoenix in the Ferrari. Fastest middle sector apparently. But I don't trust it on the first lap for any driver. We'll see what happens as they come to the line. Exiting that section very nicely. Smidge of a touch on the wall there, I think. We've got more drivers on outlaps as well. Tenastic, Wombat, Master Pedigami, Jamie, and Gattuso. As what Phoenix goes into 3rd place, 30.037. Nice and neat time there for the Ferrari. Ryan Barthez, hello. That is going to be big. 5-place grid penalty for illegal blocking. I'm not sure fully why that's been given, but that is going to certainly affect his run. I imagine possibly something to do with maybe the Ferrari ahead of him, but who really knows? But that's big. That's championship leader. He could, again, theoretically, it's a little bit of a long shot, but he could theoretically clinch the crown tonight. Because there's 2 races and a sprint left, so there's 70 points up for grabs. 70? No, 60 even. Christ, 60. So he needs 61 to guarantee the championship ahead of the next man, which means he needs 8 on Tenastic and 18 on Breezy, but Breezy isn't here, so first place would almost guarantee the championship as long as Tenastic doesn't get second. There's a couple different permutations that we could get as well, but we'll see what happens. But that is going to be crucial. We know that overtaking around here is pretty simple. There's plenty of spots where you can overtake, but regardless, starting 5 places further back, getting caught up in that midfield is not fun. Tenastic on a lap. Mercedes in 2nd place at the moment, front row. I believe he's going to have the inside into turn 1, which isn't a particularly nice place to be, believe me. Through 6, 7, and then into the left at 8, drops down to second gear, or is he going to stay in third gear? He stays in third gear. That's unusual. Well, at least what I do is I drop down to second, as he's fastest in the first sector as well, 2/10, just under faster. As I think that's Gattuso 33.1. Good lap there for the Aston. We've got a couple more cars coming up to the line now. Jami in 11th place. He's going to be coming up shortly. But we're looking at Tenastic here in second place. He's upped his time by almost 2/10 through that first sector. Here's the second. And I think he's just lifted off there because he's letting that car through. So going to be going again, I would imagine. Gias has started another lap. Gattuso looks like he's going again. Ryan Barthez is down on his own time, taking a wide line through 10 and breaking it into 11. Back end sliding, not ideal exit. Here's the second sector, who will be coming through in a couple of seconds time, but that is a poor exit from that 11th corner. You really need a good exit, a stable car through there, in order to be able to get as much time as you can. 3/10 down. I'm not sure if this is going to be a time. Neither final sector of the gods. You've only really got one braking zone, but you can very easily scruff it up. Slightly deep there as well, taking it nicely through there though. Contact with the wall as well. That'll impact his time, but here he comes up to the line. What sort of time can he put in? Is it going to be better than his previous? I wonder. Slightly, yes, but not enough for a position. 33/100, back end sliding as well. Upon completion, Wombat is down on his personal best. We're looking at Tiger B. He was up, but came into the pit lane. We've got 13 drivers who have set a time, meaning 2 that haven't. Those 2 specifically being Lockie and Naz. Sorry, I've just got up to the Twitch chat. Okay, cool. Works for me. One back coming into the pit lane. Ryan Barthez again. Is he going again? I don't think he is. Gent G. I'm just going to call him Gent. Gent's coming into the lobby as well. Gias goes into second. Master Death Teddy in third as well. So Tenastic has been dropped down to 4th. And then Ryan Barthez, given his penalty, he's going to drop down to 12th. So that is a big gap for Tenastic. He really needs to make use of that if he wants any chance of the championship. Who else is on a lap? Wolfie is a 10th.5 down after the first sector. Mistake in that 11th corner. Through the sweeper at 12. With Sergio Perez, as it turns out, in the background of the big screens. As here we come through the second sector split. Again, it's a very similar time in terms of his second sector, but that first sector was not very good. And that run into 13 was not ideal either. Outbroke himself, went pretty deep, but still kept it on the road. Here we come. He's coming into the pit lane. Yes, he is. Not a time that he is, I'm not going to say happy of, but not an improvement. Regardless, Yellow's in the third sector. Not sure why. Is it for Gias? Probably, but the sectors are slow. So, if the game would register the sectors properly, then we'd be able to talk about something. I think there's about 3 minutes and a little bit left over. 3:23, I think that said. 3:20. There we go. It's Mitch, Gias, Master Death, Teddy, and Tenastic 1, 2, 3, 4. With Phoenix, Gattuso, Ryan Barthez, and Wombat 5, 6, 7, 8. Jamie 9th, Tiger B 10th, Jami 11th, Embuk 12th, and Wolfie 13th, with Lockie and Kaz, set in a time later in the session. In fact, Kaz is just come on a lap now, heading through turn 1. We'll check back with Kaz in a little bit of time. A couple more lap times are going to be coming in over the next 5 minutes. Remember, this is short qualifying, so this is the only qualifying session we're going to have tonight. And then we've got 25 laps here at the chaos that can be the Vegas Street Circuit, the roulette, if it were, pardon the pun. Mitch on an out lap. Tenastic on an outlap, Phoenix on an outlap, so is Jamie, Tiger B, Jarmy, M-Bulk, Wolfie's just come out, and so has Lockie, but we're looking with Kaz, 45.009. That's sort of about mid-range from what we've been seeing so far in this qualifying session from what I've looked at. But here he comes out turn 11, down the big old run to turn 13, using a decent chunk of the Vegas strip. So I'd argue one of the most iconic bits of commercial roadwork, I'm going to call it, in America. Back end sliding into 13.111 after that second sector. Again, slight contact with the wall, so a lot of drivers are bashing that wall ever so slightly. Master Death Eddie happy with his time. He's not going to be coming out for another lap, so he's going to be happy with third place at best. Kaz goes to ninth. He can go again if he wants to, but I'm not sure that he does. Looking on with Jamie through 6, 7, and into 8. It's hitting the wall there. First sector coming through in a moment. There he goes, 10th and a half up, fastest middle sector apparently as well. So good stuff there for Jamie. He's only, well, just over a second behind Mitch. Specifically 1.2. We'll do it like this. There we go, 1.152 if we're going to be specific, behind Mitch. Tiger B as well, he's coming through the second corner. Jarmy coming through turn 5. But we're looking at Mitch, 36 seconds to spare, and he's made it across the line. Tenastic slightly up after 2 sectors, but he really needs a final sector of the gods up to the line. Can he improve his position to increase that advantage on Ryan Barthes, who is championship leader and could theoretically claim the championship tonight? He moves to 3rd, but not quite enough for pole position, so second row at best for the Mercedes man, as Ferrari looks to be going again. That's probably one back. Lockie's retired from the session, so no time for Lockie starting at the back regardless. Ryan Barthes just about manages to cross the line. Phoenix fastest middle sector, as checkered flag is out, so these lap times are now going to be final. And Gattuso retires from the session. I think he's just in the pit lane. No, he's coming down to the back straight, which is not quite expected. But here comes Phoenix up to the line, goes into 3rd place. So Tenastic already pushed down to 4th place. But let's look on with championship leader, 7th place, Ryan Barthes. Again, one back retires from the session, happy with 8th place. Ryan in 7th, so he's sandwiched between 2 of the guys that have retired so far. A couple more people coming into the pit lane. I think that's Kazi. There's a Mercedes, a McLaren even, going into up across the line. That's Tiger B going into 7th. And Ryan Barthes, that's it. That's it for his qualifying. So he's going to be starting 13th at the moment at best, because do not forget that he does have that 5-second penalty. Can't even see what the penalties are. Jamie's retired, but that is big as Mitch goes even faster, 32.483. But that's really it for qualifying. Wolfie's coming up to the line now. He's probably improving his time. Not quite, unfortunately. Stays in 14th place. But the big story is this man. He's going to be starting in 13th place, which is not where he wanted to be, because, again, he could theoretically... Again, it's a long shot, but he could theoretically pick up the championship tonight. If not, he probably just has to wait a week till the next event. Also, I'd like to say a big thank you to Sam for covering for me last week. Much appreciated as always, buddy. Ryan Barthes comes across the line officially to cement his 8th position, which is, again, going to be going down because of that irresponsible or unsportsmanlike, or whatever the official terminology was, blocking. As there's your standings. Mitch in 1st, Gias in 2nd, Phoenix in 3rd, and Tenastic in 4th. But again, like I mentioned, the big story, Ryan Barthes is going to be dropping down, so it's going to be one back in 8th, Jamie in 9th, Kaz in 10th, Jarmy in 11th, M-Bulk in 12th, and Ryan in 13th. We have got a championship battle on our hands. This is going to be interesting. 25 laps around Vegas is coming your way, and if Vegas is anything to go by, this is going to be a hell of a race. You do not want to miss this one. We'll see you soon. Now, let me actually go through the permutation that could be for the championship. So, as I mentioned, we are expecting a championship. We've got a bit of a championship battle going for first, second, and possibly even third. Vitor Goyce isn't racing, so he's not going to be a part of it. He could theoretically squeeze his way in, as could Tiger be, but again, they both need very good results. In comparison to Ryan Barthers, they need to pick up 12 and 13 points respectively. There's still theoretically quite a few drivers that could force their way into this, but again, Ryan Barthos would need to crash out, and we'd need a miracle win, basically, for some of the guys a little further down, someone like Costasar or Gias, or even Mitch as well. Mitch has won a race. He did win, I believe, the Monza Italian race, as we've got a few drivers leaving. Are we having a little bit of a problem with the lobby, perhaps? Yeah, so I think what is happening is we're having a little bit of a lobby redo. There's a couple of people who can't take control of their cars. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just pause the stream, and we'll be back in a couple of seconds. Or are we? No, yeah, we'll be back in a couple of secs. This is not meant to be happening like this. There's too many AI. We'll be back in a sec. We're back! Taking a little bit of time to get everybody in, but we've managed to get there in the end. We picked up even a new man who's going to be starting at the back, and it's going to be very, very interesting. We'll run you through the qualifying results and how everybody's going to stack up in a second. Remember, also, no formation lap, so once we see cars on the track, that is going to be that. We're going to obviously have a couple of minutes just so the drivers can set up the grid, but here we go. It is Mitch, Gias, Phoenix, and Tenastic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Master Death, Ted Gattuso, Tiger B, and crucially, big news, the penalty did not get applied. So Ryan Barth is started in 8th, not 13th. Wombat in 9th, Jamie in 10th, Kaz in 11th, Jamie in 12th. M-Bulk in 13th, Wolfie in 14th, Lockie in 15th because he didn't set a time, and a new man, Gentry, is in 16th. So far, softs and mediums seem to be the preferred strategy option. However, we can't confirm that until we see the tyres on the track. We've got 25 laps here at Vegas, ready to contend you all. And again, if anybody has seen any sim racing here on the streets at Nevada, it's going to be a crazy one. I did a 100% race where we had one single battle pretty much go on for about 15 laps, which is beyond stuff like Interlagos, Silverstone levels. But here come the lights. Ready to roll here at Vegas, and it is. Is it lights out? Yes, it is. Finally, a little bit longer than I thought, but here we go. So along with Gias, he's going to have the inside into turn 1, but that's not the preferred line. He's giving it a go. He's going to try and take the lead. Can't make that work. He's forced back. He's going to be sideways. There goes. That is, who is that? That's Tenastic. That is big news. Tenastic has had a bit of a problem. A couple of penalties being dished out here, there, and everywhere. Wombat, Tiger B, Tenastic have all picked up 5-second penalties for incidents. Where to look here, ladies and gents? I'm honestly not 100% sure, but Mitch has retained the lead. Phoenix in second, Gattuso in third. Oh, wow. I think would be the most appropriate reaction here. Safety car is out. It's just waiting for everybody to circle around. But where do we look from there? It looked to have all started with a Tenastic there, an exit of turn 1 and 2. But then from there, it all just diverged and divulged into all that sort of stuff. Lockie's got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. We just about saw that on stream, cutting through turns 6 and 7. Which, under safety car, I don't see why you're doing. But regardless, 1 stop, 2 stop, the possible race strategies. Anything else from the game? No, just those 2. Okay, cool. Let's look actually at the strategies as well. Mostly mediums, but there's a couple running the soft tyre. So Gattuso, Master Death Teddy, and Kaz. So 3rd, 5th, and 8th respectively. Let's also look at, there we are, at the positions. So mostly stationary in terms of what order they were in, but there's a couple cars jumping up, down, left, right, and centre. But Tenastic in 14th, Ryan Barthez in 15th. This is going to be very, very interesting come the end of the race. Championship contender or championship leader, and the only sort of championship contender that's really in this race. It's a bit of a long shot for him to force his way, I think would be the best way to put it, into championship winning positions. And remember, he does need top 2 to have any hope of winning. If he is able to outscore also Tenastic by 8 points and get 2nd or 1st place, then that is championship, I think, done and dusted. Pit stops coming in as well. So Master Death, Eddie Wombat, Kaz, Jarmy, Jamie, Ryan Barthez, Tenastic, and Lockie have all come into the pit lane. But again, under safety car, it doesn't really matter as much as normal because you can very easily just catch up to the back of the field. It's very simple like that. But what a hell of a start we have had here at Vegas. Again, literally rolling the dice for some of these guys. And, well, sometimes it comes up snake eyes. Interestingly, Wolfie up 8, so he's up into 6th place, although unfortunately, and I know this is going to sound really crap, but unfortunately I don't imagine he stays there for long. His pace doesn't seem to be usually, unfortunately, I love you Wolfie, but it's not usually up to these guys' level. But again, consistency is important, so as long as you finish, it usually does net you points, especially around a circuit like this where there's a lot of attrition. You'd be surprised how much attrition there is at Vegas. It's really close, really uptight with the wall. So, you know, normally, yes, there'd be some cars crashing out, but sometimes it's too many. Alright, let's also... Can we look at anything else? We'll look at the new tyres as well. A couple of hards, a couple of mediums, a couple of softs. Softs at the very back. And then it's just mediums and hards towards the lower midfield. About to start lap 3 of 25. Pretty much the entire race so far has been under safety car. After a hell of a start. Didn't really know where to look. Stuff going on everywhere. Gias making a little bit of a fumble there at the start. Must have lost the back end, and that possibly could have started all of these events against you. 5-second penalty for speeding at the pit lane. We've already got quite a few penalties on deck. Actually, a few of those penalties were served in the safety car. Can I see the incidents? Yeah, so Tenacity picked up a penalty. That was served under safety car. Because you can still serve penalties under safety car in this game. Whatever. So did Wombat. Tiger B still has his. So that is a 5-second time penalty. Lockie's picked up 3 seconds for corner cutting. And then Genscher's just picked up 5 for pit lane speed violation. As they head through the top of this first sector. Again, this first sector is really, really long. It's quite technical as well. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's some straights, there's some twisty bits, plenty of overtaking opportunities. There's a lot going on in this first sector. You can never underestimate it because most of the rest of the circuit is just straight. So that first sector is the twistiest of the lot, strangely enough, I know. But it's still a very good circuit regardless. Lap 3 of 25 under safety car conditions. And again, it's a big fight for the title. Ryan Barthez could, again, theoretically pick up the championship tonight, but realistically, we'll see how much progress he makes under this safety car on exit here. Safety car doesn't seem to be going in, so we're going to have another lap of safety car, which I'll be honest, I don't blame them given the amount of stuff that was going on. Oh, okay. Please ignore me, yeah. Oh yes, it is Happy St. Paddy's Day as well. Completely forgot about that. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I haven't had any alcohol just yet. I may do later. But we'll see what happens. On board with Phoenix. When does Mitch go? Does Mitch go early? Does Mitch go late? He seems to be going pretty late. I think he's just about ready to go now. He's closing up to the tail there and he's gone. That was not a bad jump, but Gatso's right at the back of him and on soft tyres. He's going to try and make a move into turn 1. Is he? No, he can't. A little too far away. There's a bit of a battle going on here for 7th and 8th place. It's very up close and personal. M-Borg, Wombat and Master Death Teddy. Master Death Teddy, of course, on the hard tyre, so it's going to be interesting. But here we go, side by side through turn 3. This is going to be good, and that is Wombat making the move down the inside of turn 3. Braking zone for 4, can M-Borg retaliate? Little bit too far away for that one. You can retaliate into 4, but it's difficult to do. That is, ooh, what's happened to Kaz there? Is that contact with Teddy or something? Quite possibly. Just about caught the back of that. Unfortunate situation there for Kaz. He's dropped down a couple of spots to 14th. But up at the front, Phoenix has taken the lead from Mitch, so it is Ferrari. Yeah, Ferrari, Williams, Aston Martin, Alfa Romeo, McLaren, Red Bull. If you would have seen that in real life, you'd be thinking, what the hell happened to this race? Especially because there's no Alfa Romeo anymore. But anyway, we'll disregard that fact. Looking on with Mitch, getting the slipstream down the straight. Here we go. Into turn 12. 12? 13. There we go. Can he catch? Not quite close enough. We'll go a little further back. Ryan Barthez in the points. He's going to go even further into the points. He's going to get past Jamie, Wombat's past Wolfie as well, as Teddy's dropping down a couple of positions. Is that possibly? No, we just catch at the back end of this battle here. Here we go, side by side, almost forcing the wall there by Tenastic. What happened there? Forced into the wall by Tenastic at turn 14. I'm surprised he didn't actually hit it, did Johnny? Good grief. That was a move and a half. I imagine going to be looked at by the stewards come the end of this race, but the two Aston Martins, Alpha Tauris running front and back, 12th and 13th at the back of the field. Master Death Teddy coming in for a new front wing. Wolfie's got past Wombat, so I said I wasn't expecting to stay there too long. He's staying there for quite some time, but that is a safety car. What's happened there? Oh, he's crashed into the wall. Oh no, he's crashed into the wall at turn 4. Oh mate, that is easily done. Turn 4 is, unfortunately, I don't want to quite call it an accident hotspot, but quite a lot of stuff does happen at that right-hander. One of my very good friends has picked up a nickname, the Wallbanger, for it. We take the piss out of him constantly for it, but anyway. Lap 5 of 25. Sorry, I just had to check Discord for a brief second there. Phoenix still in the lead. Mitch in second place. He took that on lap 1, and he's retained that lead. Mitch in second, Gassaso in third. I thought Gias was going to go for a move into turn 1, but again, you can't do that. You're under safety car. Come on. You shouldn't be doing that. A couple of people in the pits now as well. Tenastic's moved his way back up to 7th place. As Ryan Barton's coming into the pit lane, so that championship battle is still going to be alive at the moment going into the next event, which is, let me tell you where exactly that is. Where's the calendar? There's the calendar. It's going to be at Zandvoort. I should also clarify, you'll probably have Sam next week as well, because I'm going to be abroad. That's right, I'm going on holiday, a well-deserved one out of that. But yeah, so Zandvoort is where, of course, the next race is going to be, so the championship could be decided there. Just checking the Discord as well. Wolfie saying expletive, because I'm not going to swear too much on stream. Why always me? Mate, it's an unfortunate situation, I'll be honest. Oh, go away. Can I ban you? Yes, I can. Thank you. Good stuff. Awesome. Nice. Sorry, just had to ban someone from the chat there trying to sell bots and all that stuff. Looking over Tenastic in 7th place, picking up 6 points off of this race, which again will definitely be more than enough to keep him in check. For him to drop out of this championship battle, he needs to lose 8 points. So, Ryan Barthez would need to guarantee, I think, no, he needs to guarantee 6th place to lose Tenastic. At the moment, it is a 5-point difference in Tenastic's favour, so he would be within 13 points of that gap. But, unfortunately, for Ryan Barthez, he still needs to pick up a couple of positions. Remember, he needs 18 on 18 on Breezy, that's who I was thinking. 18 on Breezy, and then another 7, I think. 7? Yes, 7. And then another 7 on Tenastic, but Breezy isn't here, so just the 1st or 2nd place will guarantee that for Breezy. Tenastic could still be in with a chance. Although a win with fastest lap guarantees Ryan Barthez the win. And I'm not saying that can't happen because he's had 2 wins so far and he's had a very high podium rate. The only 2 races where he hasn't been on the podium is France and I believe that's Monza, which he finished 13th and DNF'd. Oh, and Baku as well, but that was 4. With additional sprint points as well. So there's quite a lot happening there. There's a car going deep there. Is that Kaz possibly trying to give up a position? I'm not sure. Does look to be, though, as they're trying. Are they trying to be nice to each other? I honestly don't know. But they've lost the back of that safety car train. So they're going to have to catch back up. And I imagine the safety car is going to be coming back in this time around as they're coming through turn 9, 10. The safety car's just come out of that 10th and 11th corner complex. Two more races in the sprint, not including this race, happening after this. Mitch in 2nd place, Phoenix in 1st, and we could be seeing a championship wrap up with, believe it or not, 2 races to go. It doesn't happen often considering it's a 12-race season, but a lot of good paces come Ryan Barthes' way. Safety car comes in this lap. This time it's Phoenix. What does Phoenix do? When does he fly out of the ashes? Almost brake check there by the Ferraris. Tyres are thought to be kept warm. Safety car's not quite in just yet. I think he is now, so we are going to be seeing him go at any moment now, and he has gone right now, so there's going to be cars coming at speed through this final corner. They're side by side through here. Can Jamie make a move into turn 1? He's right at the back of this. Side by side into turn 1. Jamie on the inside. Tiger B, sorry, does have the outside. He can defend around there. The inside of turn 3 could work for defense, but I think those new tyres for Jamie are making all the difference as here comes Tenastic. Can he make that move? No, he can't. Tiger B's got all the pace that he needs, but can he dive into turn 4? A little bit too far away there, but that's a great move by Jamie. Jamie's up into 5th place. Tenastic is on old softs now as well, so you've got to be careful for that. Ryan Barthes could possibly run those hards till the end, I wonder. It's not a very high deg circuit in terms of tyre. As here we go, could he make a move through 9 and 10? The softs do seem to be very strong, but they are quite worn. On Jarmy's car, he won't have DRS because remember, no DRS 2 laps after a safety car. It's a bit of a mistake through turn 11, and here's the drive. And this is going to be 8th place. They go side by side. Has he made that move? Yells in the 2nd sector. That does look to be a car deep into that 10th corner as Jarmy has got the pace. He is using the battery, I would imagine, but regardless, a position is kept for Jarmy. Can Ryan Barthes retaliate into turn 13? No, so does he look now into turn 1? He is in 9th place. This would be 2 points for the championship. Here he comes. He's side by side on exit. As here we go into turn 16. Does Jarmy try to go side by side? There's a battle further ahead with Tiger B and Jamie. We'll jump to that in a sec. But what does Jarmy do? Can he go around the outside? This is championship decisive. And Ryan Barthes has just forced him a little bit wide. And that is a brilliant defense. They're side by side here through turn 3. Jamie's dropped a position there on Tiger B. But Tiger has hit the wall. So can Jamie make a charge down into turn 4? Careful to Nasty in the background as well. He's watching, licking his lips and saying, yes, please, keep fighting. I beg. But no move made there. So Tiger B having a brilliant battle with Jamie for 5th place. Tenastic watching and chilling in the background. As UA, as Jamie's got a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As Ryan Barthes has now made a move on to Tenastic, so here we go. Ryan Barthes needs an additional 6 points in his favour to knock Tenastic out of the championship battle come the end of the race in 17 laps time. But again, there's still a lot that could happen in this race very, very easily. We're looking on with this battle here for 5th place. Yells in the 1st second. Gentry's been retired from this race, and that's another safety car. Ooh, careful. That was very close for an incident. Has he crashed out anywhere? I think he might have done. Probably turn 11, I would imagine. But an unfortunate situation regardless of two retirees, 3 safety cars, a mad start. And yet the lead 4 positions haven't really changed very much at all. As there's a whole field roster of safety cars coming into the pits. Mitch, is that Mitch? No, that's Master Death Teddy being the first of those to not do that. Because there's a lot of cars coming in for a set of hard tyres. What does Ryan Barthez do? He's on a set of hards. He puts on a set of mediums, the mediums he had from the start, along with a brand new front wing. So he's going to be dropping further down. Tenastic comes out in 8th place. As Ryan is in 10th place on pit exit. A couple of people, I imagine, also serving their penalties that they were given. Kaz, if you need to go to the loo, just go to the loo, man. We've got safety cars. Just pop yourself into AI. Go for a wee for 2 minutes. Be fine. Nothing's going to happen, I hope. That 10 of 25, third safety car in this race so far. Couple of bits of decent racing so far, but Vegas being Vegas is creating chaos as always. Master Death Teddy has not pitted, neither has Bulk, so they're first and second. Phoenix third, Mitch fourth. Gattuso fifth, Gias sixth. This is the first time we're seeing so far in this race where a non-front row sitter has led this race so far. Jamie in 7th, Tenastic in 8th, Tiger B in 9th, and Ryan Barthez in 10th. So Tenastic 3 points up on Ryan Barthez. Again, it's enough to keep him in that championship fight moving into Zandvoort next week. But with 2 rounds to go, that window is ever tightening. Lockie's got another 3-second time penalty for track limits, I imagine, cutting over turn 7 again. There's not very many places where you can actually corner cut. The only place that you probably could do that is the final sweeper. But regardless, that is... I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody pick up a corner cutting penalty going through that final corner. But this is EA we're talking about. Absolutely anything could happen. Again, just making the same mistake over and over again. And it's caused a crash. Unfortunate there for the Aston Martin man. With the other Aston Martin in 5th place so far. Good race there for Gattuso. He has dropped a couple of positions, but that's mainly by virtue of the other guys, including himself, actually pitting. But again, let's look at position changes. Actually, Gattuso's up 1. I thought he started on 4th place. Master Teddy up 4. Bulk up 11th places. Good stuff there for the McLaren. But again, he hasn't pitted, and he is on slightly older hards compared to the rest of the field. Most of the rest of the field has pitted for that hard tyre. We'll see how much performance they can eke out of it come the end of the race. Phoenix third, no change. Mitch fourth, down 3. Gattuso up 1, Gias down 4, Jamie up 3, Tenastic down 4, Tiger B down 2, as is Ryan Barthez, Jamie up 1, Wombat down 3, Lucky up 2, and Kaz down 3. 15 to go here at Vegas, racing down the strip, and as we all know, Vegas is chaos, and Vegas has delivered. We've picked up cards, and they've come up all aces, and we've gone all in, and we're absolutely winning so far. Safety car, is safety car going to be coming in this lap? Master Death, and it does look quite far from that safety car, so we could very well see that safety car pulling in. Unless he, of course, knows something we don't, which is very, very possible. There we go. Safety car is coming in this lap. Everybody's now bunched up as well, which is brilliant stuff. We're on board with Bulk. What does Teddy do? Does he go early? Does he go late? We've still got to wait for the safety car to come in regardless. I think he's just going into the pit lane now. This is going to be good stuff for the Haas, but there he goes. He's caught Bulk napping there, you know. So he's created a gap of 0.8 of a second, and there's a battle going on for, here we go, Mitch! Oh, Mitch, dodgy move there, Mitch with Phoenix down the inside, contact there, did not work. Gataso takes the advantage as Jamie's going to go side by side now on the outside of turn 3. That safety car hotted up like an absolute madman. Ryan Barthez, here we go, could he pick up 2 positions here? Tenacity getting past Tiger B, but can Tiger B retaliate? Can Ryan Barthez get past either of them? I wonder. Tiger B forced a little wide, so is Ryan Barthez. That is a clean move there for Jami. That is brilliant. Side by side is Wombat around the outside. Oh, contact there. Yes, into turn 6. It's not so often we see a move into turn 6, but in fact he's lost the position because he's got to be careful for the Ferrari around the outside. But what a safety car start. And Jamie's just picked off 4th from, pardon me, Phoenix. What a first half of a 3rd safety car restart we have. You wouldn't have thought this. A battle for 2nd place. Gatso around the back of M-Book. This could be interesting. 2nd sector yellows. That's Lockie going deep into turn 11. There's battle side by side. Phoenix and Jamie there, 2 abreast, or at least briefly worse. Spark flying out the back of the Ferrari as they're heading down into turn 13, 14 and 15 chicane. Can Jamie get right back past? No, he can't. But that is also Ryan Barthez getting past Wombat. This midfield battle's crazy. That's it! That's an incident there for Ryan Barthez. I imagine safety car. It's a virtual, at least for now. But that was dodgy at best. I'm not sure who's at fault there. Oh my word. Who would have thought? What a race so far. I mean, listen. We all know this is Vegas, right? The expectations of Vegas are pretty high. Right? And Vegas is delivering so far. Mitch has had a fall from grace there as the car is having yet another front wing being plopped in there. As they head through the pit lane. But that is big for the championship. And with Dynastic currently in 6th place as well, this is a prime opportunity for Dynastic to force himself right back into this. Dynastic is sort of on the verge of being kicked out of the championship battle. I don't think he would have originally thought of himself as a contender as we go green, green, green for the first time in this race after a virtual safety car. 4th time we go green, green after just any safety car. The battle for 2nd again, but further back. The Haas and the Ferrari are very evenly matched. They head down the strip into turn 13. No move being made from here. Gataso down the inside of Emborg, thinks about it, can't pull it off, a little bit too far away. It is a big braking zone, but you can easily screw up. That's a great exit there through turn 14 and 50. Emborg puts the car exactly where he needs it, forcing Gataso off the throttle a little bit, but still a move made before the final corner. That was a brilliant move by Gataso, but can Emborg retaliate into turn 1? Thinks about it, but again, can't pull it off, a little too far away. Good stuff there from Gataso. He's up to 2nd place after starting towards the back. I know he wasn't towards the back, he was sort of about midfield. But careful with Phoenix as well. Jamie's dropped back off. Ooh, back end sliding. Hello, that is an opportunity for Phoenix. He's not going to squander that at any point. But here comes Jamie. Can he close up? No, he can't. A little too far away still. But that mistake by Emborg has granted him an opportunity that he probably didn't quite expect to have had, given the circumstances. As again, Emborg goes deep through turn 6, 7. So it is now Emborg versus Jamie, and it was Phoenix versus Jamie not too long ago. Back in sliding, so that car does not like the tyres that it's on, clearly. A little bit of a struggle. A battle for 7th place as well. 7th, 8th and 9th. Jami Gias and Tiger B as Emborg goes deep into 10. 9 and 10. Ooh, Jamie tries around the outside, gets the switchback. Can he make it work? He's got the drive. He's going to have the DRS now as well. Gias retires. But there's no safety car. Imagine, have we possibly maxed out there? I wonder. On the safety car, yellows in the 2nd sector, that's through turn 10, 11 even, as Tenastic is getting past Jamie as well. So good stuff there for the Mercedes, but he's going to be forced around the outside. Is Jamie, can he retaliate into possibly a final corner, even turn 1. We've seen a move made there from this man himself. Lockie's got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. As Embolt's off the back of Jamie, so Jamie's pressure has been relieved ever so slightly, but we're looking at this battle for second and third. Gattuso and Phoenix. It's Aston Martin versus Ferrari. It's a battle we saw quite a few times in 2023, in the real life 2023. Tiger B struggling, so probably a new front wing as he comes in. Ryan Barthez update in 12th place, so again no points for him as Tanasic is in 4th. Probably again did not expect to see himself as a championship contender, but here we are. He is picking up a decent amount of points on Ryan Barthez, forcing himself in there with Breezy. It's going to be a big ask, certainly, but not quite impossible, I would imagine. Let's see, what else is there to... Well, there's a battle here for second that is toasting up quite nicely. Second, third, fourth and fifth involved. Gattuso, Phoenix, Tanastic and Jamie will go on board with Tanastic, sort of the closest man to the championship out of the four of them, as Jamie has got past Embolt, so whatever Embolt has had, he's gone into turn 11. Easy mistake, we've seen it happen to many different drivers, as Phoenix has got past Gattuso with the Aston Martin without DRS, of course. Now he's going to try and chase after the Haas ahead of him. Master Teddy in first place, second and a half ahead of Phoenix, who's not very far ahead of the man behind him. It's a tough old fight, but Master Teddy has finally come into the pit lane after not having pitted from the, I think the second safety car. Yes, I'm losing track of what safety cars there were. 10 to go, which around Vegas is quite a long time, so now this battle is here for the lead. Mr. Teddy is probably going to come out about 6th, 7th maybe. We'll see what happens as he comes out of the pit lane. He does come out in 7th, Wombat in 8th also. He's moved up past Kaz and Emborg. They've all had to pit. Gias has left the session as well, crashed out sort of a couple of laps ago. Unfortunate there for the Portuguese. There's a back end slide there for Gattuso, crucial mistake for the Aston. Unfortunate run out of that corner for him, but so far not a bad race. He's very much playing a cool mind, thinking strategy, and you know, most of these drivers up at the front don't really have to pit. You can easily run these hards for an extra 10 laps. It's just a question of how well can you manage them so that they do have the grip come the end of this race. Looking on with Jamie and Tanastic, they're sort of battling right behind Gattuso into turn 13. No move being made there. Tanastic going ever so slightly deep, but Jamie taking a slightly different line, so they're going to sort of be on pace with each other on exit. Massive Death Teddy right at the back of Mitch, and on new tyres I imagine he's going to make that move. Can't quite make that move into turn 13, but he's very close to making it. Turn 1, turn 4, you're thinking major sort of overtaking hotspots. In sim racing also sort of turn 6 as well. The long left into the tight left also works as a spot. Turn 11, turn 13 as well. So there's quite a lot of spots that you can overtake around the circuit. The circuit is very, very simple. To give it credit, I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's quite a simple layout, I think. Lap 17, 9 to go. As there's this battle here. First, second, third and fourth are split by 2.3 seconds, which is a very tidy margin to be within. Mr. Death Teddy has dropped back a little bit from the back of Mitch, but he is still close. Not close for DRS, but still just generally quite close. Looking on with Jamie. Can he close up to the back of Tanastic? Tanastic again. He's forcing his way into this championship battle, whether Ryan Barthez likes it or not. Right in 11th place. Can Tanastic make that move on Gattuso, breaking zone into 13? No, he can't. Still a little too far away, and they're too far away from Phoenix to be picking up DRS from him as well. So now Gattuso is a cooked Aston Martin. because it is very, very easy to pass with DRS Master Deck, and he has got past Mitch, so that is for 6th place. He's going to be chasing after Jarmy in 5th, but I don't imagine he's going to be coming towards this 4th place, 4-car 4th place battle, unless something happens. In fact, no, he definitely won't, because he's just come into the pit lane. Strapping a set of softs on, new front wing, and he's going to be near enough out of the points, I reckon. Which is unfortunate. He had a pretty decent race in parts. It's just that he wasn't able to carry it forwards, which is really unfortunate for that Haas, because he's done quite well. And again, in real life, you don't usually see a Haas doing well, so good stuff for him. Looking on with Jamie and Tenastic, battle for 3rd place here. Tenastic does not have DRS, but Jamie does. Where did Jamie go? Left, right? Well, not straight through him, but to the right goes Jamie. That's a very easy move down the straight, and that is a couple of points that Tenastic doesn't want to lose. So I'd imagine he's going to be coming back up the inside very, very shortly. He's still within that gap to be able to make it work. But we'll see what happens. We're looking on with the Mercedes, as there is currently 6 different manufacturers in the top 6. So if you had that on your Rolodex, well done. Kaz has got back ahead of Wombat, so that is for 7th place, an extra 2 points there for the AlphaTauri. As Jamie has dropped off the back of Gattuso. Gattuso's showing a lot of very good pace. He's closed up to Phoenix, so he's going to be trying to take the lead with 7 to go. But, again, crucially enough, do you really want to lead around here? The DRS is very strong, sort of down the strip, so again, do you really want to be leading around here? It is very much up to driver preference. There are much more races nowadays where you don't necessarily want to lead until the last couple of moments. Could this very much be one? I'm thinking, if anybody watches Formula E, Berlin and Portland last season were very good races because nobody actually wanted to lead them. It was funny. Gattuso to the right hand side, he's going to go, make the move. It's a very easy move, but this is for the lead. So an extra 25 plus 1 championship point for Wombat, I think, who has fastest lap. Let's actually look. 35.0 for Wombat. Anybody anywhere near? Nobody's within the same second. Alright, cool. The closest, I think, is Mbrook 36.143. As they head into turn 1, Gattuso does take the lead with 6 to go. Is there anything else going on? Well, there's a battle for 3rd as well. Still going on. Jamie and Tenastic stalking each other. Not very many runs left down here. And again, sort of, turn 4 is a quite often used overtaking spot. It's not ideal, but it is still very good regardless. You've got the DRS, there's one DRS straight into a tight corner. Heavy braking, sort of, I'd say prime opportunity for an overtake. I'd say it's just a little too tight on entry, given, you know, the wall. (20 to 25), Gattuso, Phoenix 1 and 2, Jamie and Tenastic 3 and 4, Mitch and Jarmy 5 and 6, going into 6, 7 and 8. Mitch closing down on the guys ahead of him, but he's not going to be closing down enough, so he has got that 5th place at least relatively cemented. But again, another move for the lead. Phoenix with Gattuso down towards turn 13. It's a very, very easy move to make, but could we be seeing, well, if they overtake one after another, there goes Wombat. And that is a safety car. Ooh. Through turn 11 again. Common crash spot And crucially, I don't think these guys are going to have the opportunity to pit. I don't think they will. All things considered. No, they won't. They're going to pick up the safety car. They're going to have to stay on those tyres that they're on. Ooh. Ouch. That's painful. That is painful for both of them. Plenty of front wing changes just like this one for Jarmy in the Alpha Tauri. A lot of new drivers are putting, on their new soft. Kaz up to 5th place as well. He's closed down his gap. He's got relatively sort of midlife medium tyres, so he's not going to lose too many. He's going to lose a couple of positions, I'd imagine, but not quite too many, I think, is the specific phrase that I am going to use for this. Most drivers are on softs, a couple on softs which have ran a couple of laps. So Ryan Barthez in the pits for 3 lap holds, same as Mr. Death Teddy. Safety car number 4 here at Vegas. So many dice have rolled into the wall, clearly. Another crash at turn 11. A very common crash into that left-hander because it's quite tight on exit. You need to be really close to that right-hand wall, but yet you're still braking and accelerating, and it's a heavy braking zone. So, you know, there's a lot to go with it, and a lot of information you need to take in. Top 2 haven't come in, so they're going to stay on that tie. Actually, Gattuso has come in. Again, he's going to lose a couple of positions, but the advantage of fresh tyres, possibly worth it. We'll see come the end of 25 laps, which is only in 4 laps' time, mind you. I know, this race has gone really, really quickly, actually. I mean, yes, we did have the re-lobby, but still. It actually went really quickly, which is unusual. Did not expect that. Mr. Death Daddy also come in the pits again. Is that for another front wing change? No, that is... Is that to put on a fresh set of softs? Because they look like hards are the ones they were putting on. Okay. I don't think he should have pitted on that, but... that's just my opinion. Safety car will definitely pit on lap 23. Will it pit on lap 22, though? I do wonder. We'll see what happens in about half a lap's time as the safety car is coming through turns 9 and 10. We'll jump with the safety car here on board with Mitch, our pole sitter. He was joking around in the Discord earlier when we were re-lobbying, saying, oh, you know what we should do? We should use the qualifier results as the race results. Which, love you Mitch, but unfortunately for you, that's not how it works. Ryan Barth is dead last, so again, no championship points compared to statistics at 15. I wonder who has fastest lap now. That's not the menu I wanted. Still one lap. Alright, cool. I imagine we're going to see that tumble. Given the fact that everybody's on fresh, soft tyres. We seem to be going again. So the safety car will definitely come in at the end of this lap, this next lap. Why do I know that for a fact? Because of the fact that the safety car doesn't usually come out the last 2 laps. It doesn't come out on the last lap. It doesn't usually come out on the second to last lap. So it only makes sense for the game to actually pit the safety car before then, which means that the safety car will come in at the end of this lap. I know that sounded nerdy, but that's just EA being EA. Phoenix at a massive disadvantage. Everybody on pretty much fresh softs. a couple people on old mediums, but everybody else on pretty much fresh softs, other than himself, on very, very used hard tyres. The question is, how many positions is he going to lose? Because Jamie does seem to be set to be taking the win. But remember, no DRS for the rest of the race now, unfortunately. Remember, DRS is only 1 lap, or 2 laps after the race restarts after a full safety car. So this is going to be quite interesting. Let's check what's cracking in the Discord as well. I'm actually looking there for a little bit. Anybody put anything in there? Unfortunately, not. Okay. Safety car is going to be coming in. Well, I'm about to say now. No. Still got turn 11 and 12 and then 13, 14 and all that to negotiate. But yes, so the championship will go on to Zandvoort, where Tenastic and Breezy both have an opportunity to catch up, to be within that point zone, which they need to have the chance to run run it till the end. Remember, it is a sprint weekend, the finale at Abu Dhabi, but that's in 2 weeks' time. We're on board with Jamie for the last time in this race for a safety car restart. Safety car number 5, I think that was. As we're gearing ready to go. The safety car hasn't come in yet, so Phoenix can't blast off just yet. When does Phoenix go, though? That is the question. He's on a massive tyre disadvantage, so he needs to try and extend his time now if he can. Back end, well, we've just seen 11s is there for Phoenix through the final corner. 2 to go, and this is going to be a very interesting final couple of laps. Side by side, is Mitch going to try up the inside of Jami? No, Jami's forced on the outside, but he's got the inside line into 3. Good grief, that was a brilliant move there. James already taking the lead. That was much shorter than I had anticipated. Can Tenastic make the move also on Phoenix into turn 4? He's got the tyre advantage, and he makes very good use of it. Down in towards turn 4, but the outside line is still a very good defensive line. There's contact there further back. That is Mitch and Jami. Gattuso's getting past now Kaz, so that is a good battle going on. That is Tiger B trying to go up the inside of Masadeteni. That's not worked. Tenastic's up to 2nd place, as we've got a lap and a half to go, and I'm honestly not sure where to look. Let's look on with Mitch, who's right at the back of Phoenix. Phoenix, of course, tumbling down after not pitting for a fresh set of tyres when pretty much everybody else had done exactly that. Kaz have got a 3-second time penalty for track limits. That is a car out. That is Embel on exit of turn 11. That car, I assume, is going to be got rid of very quickly, because we've still got a race to go, because EA likes to keep racing going. Down in towards turn 13. Embel, unfortunately, out and down. Ryan Barth is making moves as well, up to 7th place, looking on with Mitch down towards the final corner. 1 to go after this. This is going to be a very interesting final lap. Can Mitch make the move in towards turn 1? Does he go to the left? Can he make that move? Thinks better of it. He's not going to have DRS back end sliding. Oh, that is just the opportunity Mitch needed, and he has capitalised on that. So it is an all soft tyre front 3. That hard tyre gamble for Phoenix has not worked. Now he's got to try and prevent from losing any more positions than that. The battle with Ryan Barthez and Masadeteni, crucial for the championship. Not because Masadeteni's in there, but because Ryan Barthez is championship leader. He could theoretically have claimed the championship given the end of the race. A little bit of contact with the wall there for the Haas, I think, as they're heading through turn 5 and 6. Phoenix and Gattuso fighting side by side. Phoenix cutting the chicane, so that is 5 seconds, but I imagine he's not really going to care too much about that. That's front wing! That is a front wing, and that is a brake check, I would argue. That is a big old disadvantage for the final couple of moments there for Gattuso. What does Jami do now? He's back end sliding. That's contact. He's lost in front wing as well. What is happening here? I don't know where to look. I'm looking on with Jami, but he's not going to have a front wing. Phoenix is. Phoenix on hard tyres are going to make the move, but we'll look to the front. What does Mitch do? Can he go to the right, left, make a move on Tenastic? Does he? No, he doesn't. Jamie has... well, Tenastic does go deep. What does Mitch do? He's right at the back of him. You can see him through the front rear wing. You can just about see his front wing. He goes to the left side. We're going on with Williams. He's going to go side by side to the final corner. Jamie has won this race, but who's going to finish second? It is Mitch, then Tenastic. What a finish. And Mitch does get the fastest lap as well. What a finish. Oh my word. A lot of stuff happening. And DRS, of course, enabled. Because why wouldn't the game just enable DRS there at the end? What is, I think, all I have to say. We'll just jump the positions there as well. And I imagine the game's going to say Jamie for driver of the day, and I would fully agree. Lockie in 11th place, unfortunate finish there for that Mercedes. Yep, I would fully agree. 10th to 1st is a good run, regardless of what track. And I think good amount of racecraft and a little bit of luck as well has sprinkled his way. So a lot of good stuff there for Jamie. Championship totals on to Zandvoort on the coast, with Tenastic having picked up a decent advantage. Picked up an extra couple of points, so he's still technically in this, but he's not quite as close as he would have wanted. That is it for us tonight. Remember, next week is Zandvoort, not with me, but most likely with Sambo. And then I'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the finale sprint at Abu Dhabi. Thank you all very much for listening. And we will see you all very, very soon. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.